Right then, we're ready for Tuesday morning's maths lesson. And like I said yesterday, this week we are focusing on the number 15. So yesterday you did a really good job of partitioning it and showing us the different ways of representing the tens and the ones. So well done to everybody who sent that work in. So today we're still focusing on the number 15, and we're going to be thinking about all those different ways that we can make the number 15 by adding two numbers together. Now you're getting really good at this now, and you're able to spot patterns quickly, and you're using different things around your house to check your answers, which is really fantastic. So well done, keep it up, because today we're doing a little bit more. Okay, but like always, before we start our maths lesson, let's warm up our number brains. So I've got my number line still, and we're thinking about the number 15. So remember, the number 15's got 1 10 and it's got 5 ones. All right, so we're going to be counting from the number 15, and I want you to count forwards until you get to the number 20. All right, so 15. Okay, that was a short one, wasn't it? Okay, let's start at the number 2 and count up to 15. You ready? So 2. And stop at 15. Okay, next one. Let's start at the number 15 and we'll do some counting backwards. So let's start at 15 and count backwards to 7. Are we ready? Counting backwards, remember, so we have to go down the number line. So 15 all the way down to 7. Off we go. Okay, and the last one, let's start at the number 19 and count backwards until we get to the number 15 and then stop. So 19 all the way to 15, off we go. Okay, well done. And don't forget, that's a warm-up that you can do wherever you are. So you could do it when you're going out for your walks, you can do it when you're getting ready for bed, anything like that, counting forwards and backwards. Okay, but the next thing we're going to do is we're going to carry on warming up our maths brains, and I'm going to share my screen and we're going to do our learn it. Now I've mixed the order up from yesterday, so they're in a different order. Let's see how quickly we can do it. Off we go. 1 add 9 equals 3 add 7 equals double 4. 4 add 4. 1 add 1. 9 add 1 equals 7 add 3 equals double 2. 2 add 2 equals, careful with that one and that one. Those missing numbers. Can you remember 2 add what equals 10? 6 add what equals 10? Double 5. 5 add 5. 7 add what? 2 add 8. 9 add what equals 10? 8 add 2. 1 add what equals 10? Okay, 4 add 6. Oh, bit of a clue there. 4 add what equals 10? 6 add 4. 0 add 10. 8 add what equals 10? 3 add 3. 0 add what equals 10? 10 add 0 equals 10. 3 add what? 10 add what? And there we go. Okay, so I said that we were going to be thinking about the number 15. Now in a moment I'm going to show you a PowerPoint like we do in the classroom, but I just want you to think about the numbers that you've done up until now and thinking about all the different equipment that you might have used, anything from the catch-up pack that you might have used before, because you might want to use that today just to help you and to help you check your answers. Okay, so let's go back to the PowerPoint. And we're going to start from the beginning. All right, so The learning objective for today's lesson is to find and represent addition number facts of 15. So we're just thinking about adding numbers today. So you're going to look carefully at what you can see. We're going to say the number sentence and you're going to represent it. Oh, I made a spelling mistake there, sorry. Represent it on a bar model. Okay, so can you remember what a bar model is? Now, we've got the rainbow here. Now, you might remember a similar lesson a few weeks ago when we used the rainbow, because how can that rainbow help us find ways of making the number 15? Have a really good look at it. Have a look at the colour arches and what numbers they go to. Okay, so you might remember, so if I move on, if I just take the red arch, okay, what numbers do the red arch go to? That's right, it goes to the 0 and it goes to 15. So how can we write that as a number sentence, as a way of making the number 15? Yeah, that's right, it's 0, add 15 equals 15. But how would we show that on a bar model? So can you remember what a bar model looks like? It looks like this. And a bar model is very, very, very similar to a part-whole model. And in the top part of the bar model is the whole number. So what's our whole number for today's lessons? It's the number 15. That's the number that we're making. That's our answer. Okay, so 15 is the whole. So how would we show the two parts on a bar model? Okay, well, we know that the two parts are 0, and we know that the other part is 15. And when we use a bar model, the bottom part of the bar model, we split into the two parts. Okay, so one of the parts is 0, so we can't show any of that on the bar model because it's nothing, okay? But the second part is the number 15. And 15 is the same as the whole. So that 15 is going to take up the whole of that part of the bar model. So 0 is a part, like I said, we can't show it, but 15 is a part as well. So they look exactly the same at the moment, don't they? Okay, but then if we move on, and we've got the yellow part of the rainbow now, what two numbers does the yellow arch go to? That's right, it goes to the number 1 and it goes to the number 14. Now, how would we write that as a number sentence? Something, add something equals 15. Okay, yeah, that's right. 1 add 14 equals 15 because the yellow part of the arch is going to the 1 and it's going to the 14. Okay, so let's think about this bar model. You'll notice now that it's a little bit different, isn't it? Because the bottom part of the bar model has been split into two parts. So just remind me, and tell a grown-up at home, what goes in the top part? What's our whole number? Okay, yeah, it's the number 15 because 15 is the whole. Okay, so you can see that I've split the bottom part into two, and one part is small and one part is big. So which number do you think is going to go in that small section of the bar model? Yeah, that's right, it's number 1 because 1 is much smaller than the number 14. So 1 is a part, and then what's going to go in the second part? Yeah, that's right, it's the number 14. Okay, so you can see from that bar model, 15 is the whole, the number that goes at the top, and then we've got 1 and we've got 14 on the bottom parts. Right, so what I want you to do now for your practice, I would like you to use a bar model to show this. Okay, so you might need to pause the video because I'm going to move on, but draw your bar model. So that's what your bar model needs to look like. Okay, so pause the video while you have a go. Okay, well done everyone for having a go. So you should have drawn your bar model out on a piece of paper, and hopefully you've remembered what number goes in the top part of the bar model. Yeah, that's right, the number 15. Now, if we look at the arch on this rainbow, we can see that it's pointing to two numbers, and it's pointing to the number 2, and it's pointing to the number 13. Okay, so 2 and 13. And then on our bar model, the bottom section has got a small part and it's got a big part. So which number did you put in the small part? Good. Did you put the number 2? I hope you did. So then what number did you put in the second part? The number 13. Okay, yeah, because 2 is a part and 13 is a part. And we know that 2 add 13 equals 15 just by looking at our rainbow. All right, so I've got a task for you now. And what I would like you to do is, this sheet is on the website for you to print off if you want to print it off, but please, you do not need to print it off, because what you can do, you can have a go at drawing your own bar models. Okay, now what you might want to do is just go back to the page where the rainbow was bigger to help you. But what I want you to do is, if you're feeling up for the challenge, is I would like you to have a go at filling in these blank bar models. And I've been quite kind to you really, because I've already put the whole number in at the top, okay, because we all know that our number for today is the number 15. And I've even been really kind to you because I have put the bar model, split the bar models up into the sections. So your task in your challenge is to find out which numbers go in which part of the bar model. Now you've got to remember, we've been thinking about all our different numbers and trying to find the pattern. So try and follow the pattern in this piece of work as well. If you can't draw all those bar models, what we would like you to do is we would like you to write the number sentences to find the different ways of making the number 15. Now, if you're up for a real challenge, you might want to do both. You might want to do the bar models and writing the number sentences. That would be really amazing if you did that. Okay, but just have a go, try your best, and remember that it's almost the same as a part whole model. The bar model, you're just splitting the number up into 2 parts, 2 numbers that you can add together to make 15. Okay, so you're going to need to pause the video now, because now I'm going to move on to the secure it part of the lesson. Okay, so pause the video and then come back when you're ready for the secure it. Right, well done everyone for trying to do it. We're looking forward to you sending that work in to us, because that's the task. We'd like you to email us today. So like I say, try your best and use that rainbow to help you, because that's a really good way of seeing which numbers add together to make 15. Okay, so the secure it today, we have got an odd one out. We've got the bar model A, the bar model B, and the bar model C. And one of them is the odd one out. And your task, your job, is to work out which one is the odd one out. So bar model A says that 15 can be made with 10 and 5. Bar model B says that 15 can be made with 8 and 7. And bar model C says that 15 can be made with 1 and 15. So one of those is the odd one out. So you might need to use the work that you've just done to help you answer this question. And at the bottom it says, I think that blank is the odd one out, and I know this because. Now, if we were in the classroom, we'd be answering this with our purple pen, wouldn't we? Because it's our reasoning question. We need you to give us a reason for your answer. So what we need you to do, you probably haven't got a purple pen at home, and that is absolutely fine. You can just use your pencils, you can write it down, or you can share your answer with a grown-up. But which one do you think is the odd one out and why? Okay, so enjoy answering that question. And like I said, we look forward to seeing your work on the email later on today. Well done, everybody.